Hello guys, I'm Labadiena and welcome to another video. First of all, quickly, Slava Ukraini. So today, anyway, I thought I'd bring you like a kind of different kind of video again from the UK. I've got a good friend of mine. He's not come all the way from Lithuania, but he's Lithuanian who lives in the UK. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to chat to him, get some of his thoughts and feelings on what it's like living in the UK, maybe some of the things that he misses about Lithuania, just his general experience of the place. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so Ignas. So first of all, for all these guys watching this video, they don't know you obviously, so can you introduce yourself to all of us?
Yes, so as you already introduced me before, I'm Ignas. I came here almost 7 years ago now. I came for university. As soon as I finished school, I came to university. As probably many of Lithuanians that came here, when I came here, I was like, in my mind, I was like thinking of studying, getting my degree and coming back straight to Lithuania and, loving my life back there in Vilnius or wherever I would feel comfortable. But as you come here, as you start building the life and you get friends, you get, settled in, you start getting jobs and obviously degree and all of that. It starts to feel like it becomes harder and harder to come back. And once you're already here, you sort of, I rolled with it. I went along and 7 years on, I'm still here. I'm still doing what I do. And
So where do you live in the UK exactly?
I live in London.
London, okay. And what is it you do, like, generally?
I work in film. I work in film production.
Okay.
So I was an assistant director for a year. Then I sort of transitioned into production department of the film, where we do a lot of paperwork and it's a paperwork based role, based job. And basically I help all of the productions happen, basically from early prep to post production.
Okay.
Some of the films that I did, I just finished Enola Holmes 2. I don't know if you're familiar with.
I've not watched it personally, but I know the name. Yeah, I know.
It's cool. I like what I do. And I do see myself carrying on working within this sector or department.
Yeah.
Should I say?
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. So, so as you said, you've been living here for like a number of years then. So let's start off on maybe the good parts of the UK. So like generally, so what are the kind of things that you really like about the UK and living here?
Well, I mean, first of all, pretty obvious thing is the diversity. I don't know, a lot of people do. Like you hear a lot of people, English people especially, saying that stop the migrations, stop the things and all of that. You can cut that if you want. This is gonna be this is being like rambling on politics and all that. But no, I do love the diversity that you get here. People from everywhere, from every corner of the world, and different cultures, different people, different traditions, and when you live in such a melting pot like London,
exactly,
you get the best of everything, and I do love that a lot, and I do appreciate that, and I've got a lot of friends from different backgrounds, and that's what makes me really happy sometimes.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we were talking, weren't we, yesterday about like Lithuanian food, and how you can get there's a few different Lithuanian restaurants around London. I mean, where we are, obviously in Stourport, you're not going to get any, unfortunately. It's very sad. But,
actually, in fact, I did see the shop, like a grocery shop that had a Lithuanian flag on it earlier.
In Worcester?
Yes, no. That was Worcester. That was in Stourport. That was Worcester.
Yeah, there was one in Worcester.
No, it's only 20 minutes down the road, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. There is availability.
Yeah.
What about like some similarities? What similarities do you see between Lithuania and the UK?
Ooh. Similarities. I mean, we're all people, right?
Yeah. It's quite a general sort of question.
Yeah. I, weird. Let me think about it. I'm not similarities.
No.
I mean, it's not that we don't have anything in common or we're not similar. It's actually quite the opposite. I do think that we're like same kind of people.
Yeah.
It's just like we've got different traditions, obviously, and different history, should I say? And that probably comes. I don't know. Honestly, I have not like.
You never thought about it too much.
I never thought about it too much. I do think that we're like very similar people.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
I can talk about differences maybe, but similarities. Again, well, like
nothing stands out on the similarities.
Nothing really like. I don't know. I would say we're like pretty similar people.
Yeah.
They just have got a slightly different history, slightly different background.
I mean, it's obviously a much bigger country, isn't it, as well, the UK?
Exactly.
So you've got like, in that essence, it's quite different, I guess. But so you mentioned there, we talked about similarities. What then differences wise? What have you noticed in all these years living here? Maybe something cultural. Maybe there's something that, I don't know, British or English people do differently to Lithuanians. Maybe some things about, the way we behave generally. What would you say? Anything stand out?
I don't know. One thing I would say, I don't know what is it about Lithuanians in particular, but like me as a Lithuanian in London, for example, I can spot a Lithuanian from a mile away. I don't know. Again, I do not know what is it about them, but you can see straight away Lithuanian walking down the street. And actually, it's a funny thing. Like as a Londoner, let's say I'm a Londoner now, like that. I lived in London for the past 3 years, but sometimes I sit in on a tube, and I do like to observe. A lot of people probably do as well, but you like sit down and you observe who is it around you.
Yeah.
And you sometimes spot some people that you might think, Polish or Lithuanian. It's either one or the other, and then you like hear them speaking eventually, either Lithuanian or something. But it is quite from that part of the Europe, Lithuania, Poland, it's very easy to spot them, like the way they walk, the way they talk, even if they talk in English, for example. It's quite, even at work, for example, I did meet quite a few Lithuanians.
Is there anything else you feel you miss about Lithuania? What kind of things, other than the people generally?
Actually, funnily enough, probably the language. That's what I miss.
Yeah.
And one thing I thought a lot about, I miss sense of humor, but Lithuanian sense of humor.
Yeah.
And even though it's like you could say the same joke in Lithuanian or English,
yeah,
but the way you say it in Lithuanian, it just comes across differently.
Yeah.
So like if I come back and if I joke around with my cousins, for example, it's so hilarious. Like I love it. And it's just like a little old school Lithuanian joke, or even like something that is so sarcastic that English people love so much. The way we carry on it so far to like that it becomes ridiculous, but that's why it's so funny that it's so ridiculous. I don't know how to explain. Maybe some people will relate to me, or maybe some people will understand what I mean, but that's what I miss a lot, is joking in Lithuanian, and like Lithuanian language as such is quite
I think that's
it's
something.
really nice. I don't know, I feel like at home when I come back and I talk Lithuanian.
I think that's something that I think a lot of people have there, isn't it? With you have like a specific sense of humor that comes from your country, and you're kind of, I don't know, and sometimes that's quite hard for other countries to maybe identify with. I know like British humor is well known around the world for being a little bit different, but then it's probably like that in most countries, and you have things that you know about and things that are a bit different, and then I mean, I always remember especially some of the kind of the memes and the things from Lithuania, and you can really pick up on like the humor from like that, because it's quite I suppose, I don't know if I'd say like a dark sense of humor, but it's it's definitely different, isn't it? Then to sort of to wrap it up, then I want you to give me 3 good things you like about the UK, and 3 good things you like about Lithuania. So, what can you think of?
3 good things.
There's got to be 3. I mean, there must be 3 good things about the UK.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try to squeeze. Well, again, 3 good things about UK: people.
Mhm.
Well, diversity of people is the same thing. Let's say
Yeah.
diversity in people. Second thing.
And I'll put you on the spot here a little bit, mate.
No, don't worry. I told you to give me questions in advance. you should have given me questions in advance so I could have prepared. Okay, 3 good things. Diversity. I don't know, nothing comes into mind. I mean, London. I love London. Like, for me...
Yeah, because you're very familiar with London.
Yeah, I just love London. I can't... Even now that I spent a month, in Lithuania, I came back, I feel like I haven't even left. But
Yeah.
it just... I miss... Even being there, I sort of missed London. I miss this
The buzz of
buzzing,
it. Yeah.
the buzzing and all of it. I mean, it comes with many advantages and disadvantages, but... I do miss that buzz in London. I think London is an amazing place to be, and I think a lot of people from all over the world find the same.
Yeah.
Even if they've got a Mexico or like any other buzzing city in the world, they still come to London just because it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd say diversity, London.
What about something we haven't touched on? The sort of landscapes. Okay. What do you think about the UK landscape? Something you can.
Landscape. You know what? In fact, I wouldn't even say it differs that much from Lithuanian one. Just the fact, like, if you look at the general English countryside, if you don't go to Wales or like, I mean, you do have some peaks and like Malvern hills around here, which is beautiful. But if you take that away, it's still relatively flat.
Yeah.
And if you drive through the countryside, sometimes you couldn't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
Well, it could be anywhere in the world. It could be France. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be that. So. Yeah. No, but it is beautiful. It definitely is very pretty, very beautiful.
Yeah.
History. You know what? History.
Yeah.
And like, probably even the monarchy, as tacky as it sounds, but it is I know a lot of people would not agree with me, but like, I think monarchy has its it's
very unique British thing, isn't it? So
yeah.
And it's not, I mean, there are obviously, of course, other monarchies around the world, but it is a sort of big symbol, isn't it? When you think of the UK, you often think of that.
And it does, when you come here, it does feel like very like royal and like aristocratic. And,
that's just how we roll, mate.
That's how we roll. Yeah.
So what about Lithuania then? Three kind of things if you can contain it. Three great things about Lithuania.
Great things about Lithuania: food, language, and history.
Yeah. So these are all the things that, to be honest, I seem to get wrapped up in as well a lot. Apart from food, but think of the videos that I've kind of made a lot. Language, beautiful language, Lithuanian. Really unique language as well, in the sense that you're only going to have Latvian that is anything kind of related. And then obviously history, landscape, so many things.
I do love the history of Lithuanian. It definitely feels, when you think about it, it just definitely feels like we were this grand duchy of Lithuania. It's really cool to think about it, and you go and you see all these, Trakai and all these other castles, and then England is full of castles and all of that. But when you think about what the significance it bears to Lithuanian people, it's history definitely is something that I really admire.
Okay.
Of Lithuania: language, history, food.
Seems like a fair
Okay,
shout.
so 3 English things then. we did it in such a
We
like
got-
rambly way.
We say history,
History,
sort of people and diversity,
diversity of people. And I said London, but
Yeah,
it's like
London.
very,
London can be a
very
point.
vague. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
London's, I mean, such a huge European city.
I
so
know,
it's,
yeah. But I just love London. I think it's. I'm here for London.
London.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Well, yeah. Well, thank you very much anyway for that, Ignas.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, really appreciate you giving your time
Not
up.
a problem.
I hope-
Anytime.
No. Well, I hope everybody watching has enjoyed speaking to Ignas, and yeah, thank you very much for your time, mate.
Thank
and,
you, guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll well, I'll see you soon. I'm not sure Ignas will want to feature on as many videos after this, but yeah,
money, guy.
but on that note, guys, at vi så gero. Ikke.
At that.